So after my stupid ass cribs video yesterday, I got a handful of messages. A couple of them were, "What the fuck is that doll?" And the other one, a couple others were just like, "I can't believe you still have that fucking doll," from people who have been for a long time. So, for those of you who don't know about Carlos, this is Carlos here. A little bit better lighting there for you. That's Carlos. He is from a line of dolls called Billy Dolls. And if you don't know, Billy Dolls were these line of dolls. See the little tattoo there? In the early 90s, late 80s or something. It was pretty much during the AIDS crisis. And these dolls were made to be sold for charity. And as you may or may not know, that the response to the AIDS crisis was not very good. That's putting it lightly, I guess. I can't remember names off the top of my head, but it was primarily in the Bay Area, San Francisco. They made these dolls, and it was Billy, who was essentially a Barbie with a huge honking cock. And they all came with different clothes and everything. And Barbie, or Billy dolls, just like Barbie dolls. All right, my phone's being kind of an asshole, not wanting to like upload shit properly. But Billy dolls, like Barbie dolls, they have, you know, the Barbie, the Billy, the white guy, and then the two ethnic boyfriends, friends. There was a black guy, can't remember his name right now, and there was a Mexican guy named Carlos, and that is Carlos here. Carlos is a biker. He comes like in the box with like leather chaps and a fucking jean jacket and like a leather hat thing like a village person, chains and whatnot. And when I first researched this and found it out, I saw that this was 2009 or early 2009. Like you can get a Billy inbox mint condition for, it was like going for like $800 on eBay, something fucking crazy. And I just turned the lights on because I realized how shitty the lighting was. Still not much better, but I just did a search, and there is a rare Billy doll from 1999 celebrating some kind of games where he's going for like $1,500. Average cost is looking between like $250 and $500 for him. But how did I get this doll is the question, because I sure as shit did not pay upwards to $500 for him. So my best friend, Adam, his mom worked at St. Vincent de Paul thrift store in Coraopolis, Pennsylvania, which, if you couldn't guess, is a Catholic thrift store. And she was the manager there. And somebody donated Carlos. And, obviously she's like, I cannot put this out on the floor and fucking sell it, so what am I gonna do? And luckily Adam was there that day visiting her. And Adam was like, give it to me. Perfect gift for Chris. And so he gifted this to me. We recently just moved in together with a couple of friends at his now house. And so he was kind of like, he became a mascot for the house almost. And he's pretty much become a totem for my entire adult life. I just got a message from Rebecca saying, I totally forgot about Carlos until I saw it. And it's like, how could you forget? This is a life-changing dick. You see this shit, you run for the hills. But yeah, I've had him, since I was 18, and I'm fucking 29 now. And if I die, I want him to be buried with me or cremated with me or something. I guess ideally what I would really like is to be buried in a giant pyramid with all my shit. So it'd be like me in a sarcophagus, mummified, with like a PlayStation and some magic cards probably, and a fucking terrible towel and Carlos, and put it in a giant fucking pyramid. And I'm talking massive, like fuck Giza, this shit's way bigger. And it's going to be filled with, like, booby traps. Like, Indiana Jones straight-up booby traps. Like, darts out of the walls and fucking spikes, giant boulder, all that shit. and if you get to the center, you get to keep all my shit. But that's a little out there, a little unaffordable, but hey, I can dream, I guess. So where the fuck was I going? Carlos. Yeah, I've had him with me my entire life, and when I moved out, I took him with me, and he was always proudly displayed on the mantle, like right in the living room, view for everyone. So anyone who ever fucking came over, like as soon as they ended up noticing him, just be like, "The fuck is that?" Would tell that story. My mom was not a fan, obviously. If you know my mom, another just Catholic lady, very nice, love her to death. But yeah, he traveled with me, and then when me and Casey moved out to Portland, all I brought with me was a backpack filled with clothes, and you know, you always gotta have the backpack, buried treasure, as I said before. You never know when you're gonna find it. You gotta have something to carry it in. I had a luggage container filled with clothes, and then just one box that I mailed, and it was with some of the stuff that, you know, I can't part with, like you know, my first piece of art, and just I like to pride myself on being a minimalist, so I don't really hang on to too much shit for too long. Doesn't mean I'm not a material person, but I don't have a lot of attachment to my shit, but I do have a huge attachment to Carlos. But anyways, I brought him with me out to Portland, and Casey's first reaction to seeing him was just like, "You fucking serious? You brought that goddamn doll with you?" And the entire time we lived together, he stayed in the closet because, you know, she didn't really want to have him out. And that was something that I was like, okay, I mean, as long as I have him, you know, I can always bring him out and show him to people if it's important. But, you know, yeah, I respect that. But, yeah, and then, you know, after we moved out with each other, he's been back on the shelf, and recently now he's holding up the cactus because the cactus is all floppy and can't really stay up. Which I would actually like to point out is kind of fucked up because he stayed in the closet for so long, and he is a proud gay man who has been out of the closet since he was born. If dolls are born, made, created. But whatever, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think he's fucking fantastic. We originally got him, and he came just like this, although he had something on his arm. He had like a little leather strap with some studs on it. That has been missing for years after long nights of underage drinking. He has some glitter on his fucking pubes and dick. His hair's all fucking fuzzy and dusty, and he got scuffs on his shoulders. I'm not sure if you can really tell. Somebody held up a lighter to his dick. A little burn mark on there. I wasn't too happy about that one. They were gonna like melt his dick off, and I thought that was fucked up because that's the one thing that makes him unique. Also, would you want your dick burned off? No. Also, why are you trying to turn him into just another shitty Ken? Despicable. I just, this doll is so fucking cool. It's always a great conversation starter. If I sold him right now, I could probably get like $20 for him, but I will never sell him. That's not true. If you offered me like $1 million, easily. I'm a hoe like that. But, yeah, that's fucking Carlos. I fucking just love this doll to death. Most prized possession. You can fucking steal my identity, all my fucking cash, but if you fucking stole Carlos from me, Liam Neeson would not have shit on me when I try to get. I had to answer a couple questions from yesterday's video that I just noticed was there, and I wanted to do it before it deleted. Anyways, so Carlos was originally on the shelves over there. He was sitting next to Captain America up there, which is also another gift from my friend Peter, who gave that to me before I moved to Portland. And so he's just the same size as Carlos, and they would stand next to each other. And forehead, balding, maybe. Ugh, it's thin, double chin. Anyways, I thought it was kind of neat that it was like it was the best of what this country could be. Captain America, the right side, where it's just like, we're going to do the right thing. We're going to beat up Nazis, not fucking agree with them, and just like handle our shit and, you know, fucking say la vie. And same thing with Carlos. He was more liberal, obviously, with his clothing. Just like if you have we have a very much a divided country, and the two sides of it, I feel like they personified the most positive aspects of it. And the right positive aspects are fucking non-existent. But that's a whole nother fucking thing I don't want to talk about, because enough. We're all dying from the fucking plague anyways. Could you imagine if Toy Story was real, though, and these boys have been hanging out for like the last year together? You think they're fucking each other? Could you imagine Disney Pixar producing that? Ugh, that's a little fucking gross, but hey, ugh. The animation would be fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about Carlos, my boy. It's definitely something unique that I've never heard of anyone who've actually like known about this. Every time I fucking share the story in person, people are fucking fascinated. They laugh, they love it. So I figured I would show everyone online, because we're in fucking quarantine day. I forgot before St. Patrick's Day. And what fucking bullshit is this? It's a conspiracy against the Irish to fucking quarantine us during our day, which is not even an Irish day. It's just a fucking douchebag day, which I very much enjoy. I don't know. I fucking saved all the clips from the stupid ass Cribs bullshit, which a lot of you fuckers watched, but didn't ask a question or respond. Shout out to the 4 who did, or 3 or whoever. So I'll probably just throw that together and post it like normal, because it's already gone. And fuck you, I thought it was funny. It was all off the cuff, off the top of the head, just like this one. Imagine if I actually fucking put some thought into the stuff that I was saying before just spewing it out of my face. You got chicken nuggets. Billy, Carlos, Tyson. Tyson's the black guy. I forgot the name. I kept wanting to think like Jameson. I knew it was something Son. It's Tyson. Respect where respect is due. Okay, I figure if you motherfuckers stuck with this story this long and got to this point, you deserve to know some fucking facts. So let me educate you real quick on Carlos and Billy dolls. Billy, the out and proud gay doll by Totem International, has a range of outfits with his boyfriend Carlos and their best friend Tyson. They had other merchandising, including book, videos, CD. He was introduced in 97, so not in the 80s like I said earlier. I'm kind of a fucking idiot, so don't take anything I say with a grain of salt, except for right now because I'm reading it straight from the source. Not the first gay doll, though. There was Gay Bob, introduced in 77. Very progressive. But for Billy, they had a limited run of 1,200 dolls created to benefit an AIDS charity, made by John McKitterick. I would say McKitterick. 13-inch vinyl doll, had a number of guises based on stereotypical gay characters, which I will be posting pictures of in a moment, or you can just Google it yourself either way. Doll was the subject of a 98 exhibit in the New Museum of Contemporary Art in New York City. Doll supported a benefit auction for the AIDS charity Lifebeat. Also in 98, Carlos served as a basis for the film Billy 2000, which featured segments on the Master Billy, Cowboy Billy, and San Francisco Guys Billy. There's a fucking film? Ew. They donned drag in 99. So they're like wearing dresses and polka dot dresses and shit. It's fucking cool. So the polka dot dresses that they wore when they were in drag is reminiscent of the dress worn by Carmen Miranda to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, which pretty much kicked off gay rights. They fucking not auctioned off Billy and Carlos dolls in outfits such as like outfits worn by like Liza Minnelli, Naomi Campbell, Bette Midler, not Betty, what the fuck, the Queen, Wonder Woman, all this shit, and you know, all going to HIV and AIDS charities. They've raised over 30,000 pounds, which is a lot of fucking money, for the charity Body Positive. Just like me. Because if I wasn't, I would hate myself. Look at that fucking double chin. I'm fat as shit. Can't wait for the gym to open up again. In 2001, Billy, Carlos, and Tyson all appeared in brown uniforms reminiscent of UPS. But it is BPS, Billy's Parcel Service. And guess what? They came with boxes. Guess what went in those boxes? Their dicks. Who did it first? Obviously them. So Dick in a Box, a parody of the Billy dolls? Probably not, but hey, whatever. Billy dolls. First anatomically correct dolls. Bullshit. If this is anatomically correct, then we are fucked, fellas. There's like so many fucking different versions of these dolls. I'm gonna throw up a fucking couple pictures, but I feel like this shouldn't be said, but I feel like I kind of have to because I've been talking about a bunch of gay shit, but I myself am not a homosexual. Not that there's anything fucking wrong with it, but I know there's a lot of you on here that I probably haven't talked to in years, and you might be fucking thinking, so I just wanted to clear the air. So you don't have to be an asshole and ask, but no, I'm very much a straight male. I am just very supportive. Check out these fucking dolls, though. But alas, production ended in 2001 because of the BPS uniforms being too reminiscent to UPS, where they sent a cease and desist order. So Totem, the manufacturer based out of England, decided to stop selling them shortly after that, back in 2001. The Billy doll is highly collectible and becoming extremely rare, with some versions fetching as much as $900 in mint condition out of box. So, Carlos, you ain't worth that much, buddy, but you're priceless to me. Anyways, thanks for watching my story, y'all. If I follow you on Instagram, or you follow me on Instagram, this is the only real social media that I'm active on. I have my Facebook, but I really don't do shit on there because I don't really like Facebook that much, even though I know Instagram is owned by Facebook. But also, I'm friends with my mom and my grandma on there, so I don't think they would appreciate the giant gay dick. Okay, last thing about Carlos, and then I'm fucking done with it. I'll move on to something else. I found this old Kodak picture, physical photograph from New Year's Eve 2009. Check this shit out. It is a picture of me and my cousin Alicia, my favorite cousin. We're only 2 months apart, super close to her, and our friend Courtney, Alicia, Courtney, in case you don't know, 9. Check this shit out. It is a picture of me and my cousin Alicia, my favorite cousin. We're only 2 months apart, super close to her, and our friend Courtney, Alicia, Courtney, in case you don't know. A year later, I would try to date Courtney, super unsuccessful. Anyways, in this picture, who's that in the background? Hanging out. It's motherfucking Carlos, fresh in my life, not knowing how important he would end up being. He is the third most important person in this photograph to me, behind myself and my cousin. And then Courtney's cool too, but you know, whatever the fuck, she's not Carlos.